6 hours ago, armed pirates took over our ship. They had guns, they had explosives, they had a plan. We were hostages, they were in control. But now they're screaming. Now they're dying, one by one. And they're begging us for protection. Because there's something else on this ship. Something that doesn't care who has the guns. Something that hunts. And we don't know if it's here to save us or kill us all. Mediterranean Sea, cargo ship SS Meridian, 347 souls on board, 12 armed pirates, 6 hours of terror, but the real horror hasn't even started yet. 12 pirates, something in the shadows, and one simple question. When your enemy becomes your ally, who is the real threat? Chapter 1. The Takeover, Hour 0. 2 a.m. The Assault. The night was calm, too calm. Captain Marcus Delacroix was in his cabin, reviewing tomorrow's route. The Mediterranean was peaceful this time of year, no storms predicted, smooth sailing to London. Then the alarms went off. Breach! Breach! Starboard side! Marcus grabbed his radio. What's happening? Security Chief James Thornton's voice crackled through, panicked. Captain, armed men, multiple contacts, they're boarding. Marcus ran to the bridge. Through the window, he saw them. Speedboats, 3 of them. Men in black tactical gear, climbing ropes, AK-47s strapped to their backs. Pirates, whispered First Officer Elena Rodriguez. But these weren't the ragged Somali pirates from news reports. These men were organized, professional, military-grade equipment. The lead pirate reached the deck, raised his weapon. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Gunfire into the air, warning shots. Then a voice over the ship's PA system, deep, accented, commanding. Attention, SS Meridian. This ship is now under our control. All crew and passengers will assemble in the main dining hall, now. Anyone who resists will be shot. Anyone who hides will be found. You have 5 minutes. 2:15 a.m. The hostages. The dining hall was packed, 347 people, crew, passengers, everyone. 12 armed men surrounded them, weapons raised, fingers on triggers. The leader stepped forward, tall, muscular, face covered by a balaclava, only his eyes visible, cold, calculating. My name is Dimitri, he said in heavily accented English. You will cooperate. We want money. Your company will pay, then we leave. Simple. Captain Marcus stood up. You won't get away with this. The Coast Guard. Dimitri walked over, fast, grabbed Marcus by the collar, pressed a pistol to his head. The Coast Guard is 200 miles away. By the time they arrive, we will be gone. Now, sit down. Marcus sat. Dimitri addressed the crowd again. Phones, tablets, radios, put them all in the bag, now. His men moved through the crowd with duffel bags, collecting devices. Dr. Sarah Chen, the ship's doctor, whispered to Elena, They're too organized. This isn't random. They knew our route. They knew our schedule. Elena nodded. Inside job. Someone gave them information.
3 a.m. The demands. Dimitri used the ship's satellite phone to make the call. Yes, we have the ship. SS Meridian, 347 hostages. We want $10 million. Wire transfer. You have 12 hours. If you refuse, we start killing people. 1 per hour. He hung up, turned to his men. Watch them. Anyone moves, shoot them. Then Dimitri and 3 others left the dining hall to search the ship, to secure their position. 3:30 a.m. First anomaly. Dimitri's men searched the cargo hold, looking for valuables. 2 pirates, Alexei and Boris, entered container 47. Inside, antique furniture, paintings, old artifacts. "Look at this," said Alexei in Russian. "Worth millions." Boris examined a wooden crate, old, very old, covered in strange symbols. "What is this?" He pried it open. Inside, darkness, deep, impenetrable darkness, and a smell, rotting, ancient. Boris backed away. "Close it, I don't like—" A sound from inside the crate. Breathing, slow, deep, wet. Both men raised their guns. "Who's there?" Alexei shouted. The breathing stopped. Silence. Then, a hand shot out from the darkness, pale, skeletal, fingers too long. It grabbed Boris by the throat. Boris screamed, fired his gun. Bang, bang, bang! But the hand didn't let go. It pulled. Boris was dragged into the crate, into the darkness. His screams cut off abruptly. Alexei ran, out of the container, through the cargo hold, up the stairs. "Dmitri! Dmitri!" Chapter 2. The Hunter. Hours 1 through 3. 4 a.m. Something is wrong. Dmitri found Alexei on the deck, pale, shaking. "What happened?" "Boris! Something took him! In the cargo hold! A hand! From the crate!" Dmitri grabbed Alexei by the shoulders. "What are you talking about?" "I don't know, but it wasn't human. We have to leave, now!" Dmitri slapped him. "Control yourself. Show me." They went down to the cargo hold, container 47. The crate was still open, but Boris was gone. No body, no blood, nothing. Just the crate and that smell. Dmitri approached carefully, gun raised, looked inside. Empty. Just darkness. He closed the lid. "Must be hidden somewhere, trying to ambush us. Everyone, search the ship. Find Boris."
5 a.m. Second disappearance. 2 more pirates, Victor and Sergei, searched the lower decks. They reached the engine room. Hot, loud, machinery clanking. "Boris, you hear?" Victor called out. No answer. They moved deeper, past generators, past pipes. Then Victor stopped. "You hear that?" Sergei listened. A sound, like scratching on metal. "Probably rats," Sergei said. But the scratching got louder, closer. Then they saw it. On the ceiling, crawling, upside down. A figure, human-shaped but wrong. Too thin, too bent, joints bending the wrong way. Its head turned 180 degrees, bones cracking. It looked at them. Eyes black, completely black. Mouth opening too wide, rows of teeth. Sergei fired. Bang! Bang! The bullets hit, but the thing didn't fall, didn't even slow down. It dropped from the ceiling, landed in front of Victor. Victor swung his rifle like a club. The thing caught it, mid-swing, bent the metal barrel like it was rubber. Then it grabbed Victor, lifted him, one-handed. Victor screamed. The thing opened its mouth wider, impossibly wide, and bit. Victor's scream turned to gurgling. Sergei ran, didn't look back, up the stairs, out of the engine room, bursting onto the deck. "Dmitri, there's something down there!" 6 a.m. The fear sets in. Dmitri assembled his men. 10 left, 2 missing. "What did you see?" Sergei hyperventilating. A monster. It killed Victor, tore him apart. It wasn't human." One of the other pirates, Ivan, laughed nervously. "You're seeing things, too much stress." But Dmitri wasn't laughing. He'd seen real fear, and Sergei was terrified. "We lock down the lower decks," Dmitri ordered. "No one goes down there. We stay together, watch each other's backs." 7 a.m. The hostages notice. In the dining hall, the hostages were getting restless. They'd noticed The pirates were fewer now and scared. James, the security chief, whispered to Captain Marcus, "Something's happening. Look at them. They're panicking." Marcus observed. The pirates were positioned differently now, backs to walls, constantly looking around. "Whatever it is," Marcus whispered back, "it's working in our favor." Dr. Sarah overheard. "Or it's working against everyone."
Chapter 3, The Alliance. Hours 4 through 6. 8 a.m., third victim. The sun was rising, but the terror didn't stop. 2 pirates were guarding the bridge, Dmitri and Yuri. Suddenly, the lights went out. Emergency power kicked in, red lights. "Generator malfunction?" Yuri asked. Dmitri checked the systems. "No, someone cut the power, manually." A sound, behind them. They turned. A shadow in the doorway. Tall, impossibly tall, head nearly touching the ceiling. It stepped forward, into the red light. They saw it clearly now. Humanoid, but skeletal. Skin stretched tight over bones. No hair, no nose, just holes. And those eyes, black voids. It tilted its head, studying them. Yuri fired, full automatic. Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat. The creature jerked with each impact, but didn't fall. Bullets tore through it, but no blood. Just darkness, pouring out like smoke. The creature moved, fast, unnaturally fast. Grabbed Yuri, threw him against the wall. Yuri's body crumpled. Dmitri ran, out of the bridge, down the corridor. The creature followed, slowly, deliberately, like it was enjoying the hunt. 9 a.m. Desperate measures. Dmitri burst into the dining hall. All the hostages turned. "We need help," Dmitri shouted. The hostages stared, confused. Captain Marcus stood. "What are you talking about?" "There's something on this ship. It's killing my men. We need to work together." James laughed bitterly. "Why would we help you? You're the ones holding us hostage." "Because it will kill all of us," Dmitri screamed. "It doesn't care who has the guns." The dining hall doors slammed open. The creature stood in the doorway. Everyone saw it now. Gasps, screams, people backing away. The creature stepped inside. Dmitri raised his gun, fired. Nothing. The creature kept advancing. Captain Marcus made a decision. "Everyone, back exit, now!" The crowd surged, pushing toward the rear doors. The creature ignored them. It was focused on Dmitri. Dmitri backed away, firing. Clip empty. He fumbled for a new magazine. The creature reached him, grabbed him by the neck, lifted him. Dmitri choked. "Please!" Elena, watching from the doorway, grabbed a fire extinguisher. "Hey!" She threw it, hit the creature in the head. It turned, looked at her, dropped Dmitri, started walking toward Elena. James grabbed a chair, threw it. The creature ignored it. Dr. Sarah shouted, "The lights! It reacted to the lights before." Engineer Victor, the ship's engineer, not the dead pirate, understood. "The emergency floodlights outside." He ran to the control panel, flipped switches. Fwom! Bright white floodlights flooded the dining hall. The creature stopped. It looked up at the lights. Then it screamed. A horrible, unearthly sound, like metal scraping metal. It backed away, into the shadows, into the corridor. Gone. 10 a.m. Uneasy Alliance. Dmitri, gasping on the floor, looked up at Captain Marcus. "Thank you." Marcus looked down at him. "Don't thank me. We didn't save you. We saved ourselves." But the reality was clear. The pirates were no longer the biggest threat.
"What is that thing?" Elena asked. Dr. Sarah answered, "I don't know, but it's hunting, specifically hunting the pirates. It ignored us." Dmitri coughed. "My men, 5 are dead, 7 of us left." James looked at the remaining pirates. They looked defeated, scared. "So what now?" James asked. Dmitri slowly stood. "Now we survive, together, until help arrives." Captain Marcus nodded. "Then we need information. What's in the cargo hold? Container 47? Dmitri explained. "We opened a crate, old, covered in symbols. Something came out. That's when it started." Engineer Victor pulled up the manifest on his tablet. Container 47, Antiquities Collection, from an archaeological dig in Romania, Carpathian Mountains. Dr. Sarah's eyes widened. Romania, Carpathian. Oh God. "What?" Marcus asked. "The legends, Strigoi, Moroi, vampire myths. They all come from that region. What if one of those artifacts—" "Don't be ridiculous," James interrupted. "Vampires aren't real." "Then what do you call that?" Sarah pointed to the corridor where the creature had been. Silence. Chapter 4. The Hunt. Hours 7 through 9. 11 a.m. The plan. They gathered in the bridge, the safest place, windows all around, lights everywhere. Captain Marcus laid out a map of the ship. "If that thing came from Container 47, maybe there's a way to send it back or trap it." Dmitri added, "The crate had symbols. Maybe they were a warning or a seal." Dr. Sarah suggested, "We need someone who can read ancient languages. Do we have anyone?" One of the passengers spoke up, Professor David Chen, archaeologist. "I can. I specialize in Eastern European occult symbolism." "Then you're coming with us," Marcus decided. Elena protested. "Captain, it's too dangerous." "We don't have a choice. If we do nothing, it picks us off one by one. We need to act." 12 p.m. Return to Container 47. The team, Captain Marcus, Dmitri, James, Elena, Professor Chen, and 2 armed pirates. 7 people. Flashlights, weapons. They descended to the cargo hold. The air was cold, much colder than it should be. "It's close," Dmitri whispered. They reached Container 47. The crate was still there, lid closed now. Professor Chen examined the symbols. "These are Romanian, Old Romanian, and protective spells. This crate was meant to contain something." "Can you read what it says?" "Yes, it says, 'Here lies the body of Nicolae Draculesti, cursed by God, damned by man, sealed by blood. Do not open, do not release, for he hungers eternally.'" Everyone looked at each other. "Draculesti," Marcus repeated. "Related to Dracula?" "Possibly. Dracula means son of the dragon. Draculesti is from the same lineage." James asked the important question. "How do we seal it again?" "Blood. It says sealed by blood, probably the blood of the one who opened it." Everyone looked at Dmitri. Dmitri stepped back. "No, no way." "You opened it," Elena said coldly. "You released it. You have to close it. I'll die. We'll all die if you don't." Suddenly, the lights went out. Darkness. Flashlights clicked on. And there it was, the creature, Nicolae, standing in the doorway, blocking their exit. It smiled, teeth gleaming. "Run," someone whispered. It attacked. 12:15 p.m. The chase. Chaos. People scattering, running, screaming. The creature was fast, inhumanly fast. It grabbed one of the pirates, dragged him into the darkness, screaming. Then silence. 6 left. They ran through the cargo hold, between containers, trying to lose it, but it was always there, in the shadows, hunting. Captain Marcus had an idea. "The crate! We need to get Dimitri's blood into the crate." How? Dmitri shouted, running beside him. We make it chase us there, then you bleed into it. It was insane, but it was the only plan. Chapter 5. The Sacrifice. Final Hour. 12:30 p.m. The Trap. They made it back to Container 47. The crate, still there. Professor Chen opened the lid. Inside, darkness. Deep. Endless. This is a portal, Chen said, amazed. Not just a prison, a doorway to somewhere else. Doesn't matter, Marcus said. Dmitri, you ready? Dmitri pulled out a knife. No, but I'll do it. He cut his palm. Blood dripped. Into the crate. Into the darkness. The darkness rippled like water. And then the creature appeared at the far end of the cargo hold. It saw them, saw the blood. It roared and charged. Now, Marcus shouted. Everyone scattered. The creature reached the crate. Dmitri's blood was still dripping in. The creature stopped, looked at the blood, then at Dmitri. I'm sorry, Dmitri said. I didn't know. The creature tilted its head, as if understanding. Then it spoke for the first time, voice raspy, ancient. 400 years trapped, starving, and you opened the door, gave me freedom. Take it back, Dmitri said. The blood, it's yours. Close the seal. Why would I do that? Because if you don't, humans will hunt you forever. You'll never be free, never be safe. But if you return, you can rest. The creature considered. Rest. Yes, rest. It looked at the crate, at the darkness inside. Yes, rest. It stepped toward the crate, then turned back. But I am hungry. It lunged at Dmitri. Elena fired, full clip into its back. It stumbled, turned toward her. James threw a flashbang grenade. Bang! Bright light. Explosion. The creature screamed, covered its eyes. Professor Chen grabbed Dmitri. More blood, now! Dmitri cut deeper, blood pouring out, into the crate. The darkness inside began to glow, red. The creature felt it, turned back. The crate was pulling it, sucking it in, like a vacuum. The creature tried to resist, clawing at the floor, but the pull was too strong. It screamed, reached out, grabbed the edge of the crate. Help me! Everyone watched. Then Dmitri stepped forward. I can't. He pushed. The creature fell backward, into the darkness, into the crate. The lid slammed shut. The symbols glowed, bright red, then faded. Silence. 1 p.m. Aftermath. The cargo hold was quiet. The crate sat there, sealed. Dmitri bandaged his hand. It's over? Professor Chen nodded. The seal is restored. It won't open again, not without blood. Captain Marcus looked at Dmitri. Your men, 5 are dead. I know. And you're still a pirate. You held us hostage. I know. Marcus pulled out handcuffs. You're under arrest. Dmitri nodded. I understand. But then Elena spoke. Captain, he saved us in the end. He also endangered us in the beginning. True, but without him, we wouldn't have known how to seal it. Marcus considered, then put the handcuffs away. You have one chance. When we reach port, you leave, quietly, with your remaining men, and you never come back. Dmitri looked up, surprised. Thank you. Don't thank me, just go. Epilogue. 3 days later.
London Port, container inspection. The SS Meridian docked in London. Officials came aboard, inspecting the cargo. They reached container 47. "What's in this one?" Captain Marcus answered, "Antiquities, Romanian collection, very fragile, very dangerous. I recommend it go directly to a secure museum facility with armed guards." The inspector raised an eyebrow. "Dangerous? You have no idea." The container was offloaded carefully and transported to the British Museum, locked in a vault deep underground. The crate inside, silent. But sometimes, late at night, security guards report hearing sounds, scratching from inside the vault, and a voice, faint, distant. "Hungry, so hungry." The end. The crowbar clatters to the stone floor, the sound swallowed almost instantly by the chamber's depth. The assistant staggers backward, heart hammering so violently it feels like it might burst through his ribs. His flashlight flickers as his hand trembles, the beam cutting through the darkness in broken arcs. The breathing grows louder, wet, rhythmic, ancient. Not the breath of lungs alone, but of something remembering how to breathe. "Hello?" he whispers, the words slipping out against his will. The darkness answers. The flashlight beam steadies for a moment, illuminating the chamber beyond the threshold. Stone walls curve inward like the inside of a rib cage. The air is thick with the smell of iron, salt, and something far older, like a shipwreck left to rot beneath centuries of earth. At the center of the chamber stands 12 stone sarcophagi, arranged in a circle. Each one is carved with the same symbols as the door. Each one is cracked. From within the nearest coffin, fingers emerge. Not human fingers, too long, too jointed, the skin stretched thin and gray as if pulled from the sea itself. Black liquid drips from the stone, pooling on the floor and creeping toward his boots. "No, no, no, no," the assistant mutters, backing away. A second coffin shudders, then a third. The voices return, clearer now. Not spoken aloud, but inside his skull, overlapping, grinding together like waves smashing against cliffs. The seal is broken. The blood is dry. The saints are silent. One lid slides open with a scream of stone against stone. A face emerges. It is pale, bloated, eyes sunken yet burning with awareness. Its mouth opens wider than should be possible, revealing teeth filed into jagged points, stained dark with age and hunger. The assistant turns and runs. He doesn't make it 3 steps. The chamber moves. The stone floor ripples like water, and unseen hands grasp his ankles, dragging him down. He screams, clawing at the ground, nails tearing, blood smearing ancient symbols that begin to glow faintly red. "Please," he sobs, "I'll seal it again, I swear, A shadow looms over him. Tall, too tall. Its shape flickers, never fully solid, as if it exists halfway between this world and another. Where its eyes should be, there is only darkness, deep, endless, and hungry. It kneels. Cold fingers lift his chin. You are not the first to beg. You will not be the last. The breathing stops. For a moment, there is silence. Then, crack! Every sarcophagus splits open at once. 12 figures rise, their bodies marked by rusted chains fused into flesh, their chests carved with the same symbol, a broken circle crossed by a line of blood. They turn toward the exit, toward the world above.
The next morning, Dr. Maria Constantinescu arrives at the site, alerted by alarms triggered some time after midnight. The entrance chamber is open, the seals shattered. There is no sign of her assistant, only drag marks leading into the darkness. And on the stone door, newly carved, wet as if etched by living hands, are 12 fresh symbols beneath the original warning. And a final line written in something that looks disturbingly like blood. The first gate is open. Dr. Maria closes her eyes. Far above, in the Carpathian wind, something howls. And somewhere, far away, across oceans and forgotten graves, other seals begin to crack.